Welcome back to another review by Mega Train Lover. Today we're having a look at another Bachmann model, and as you can see from the text, it is a City Class 440. And it is to be more specific, a GWR City Class. And also to be more specific, its product code is 31728. It's a City Class number 3708, and it's called Killarney in GWR green livery. On the back of the box, obviously you can see the model is not in the box because it's already been run in, and I just didn't want to put it back in the box just for review purposes. But if we look on the back, you can see there's tons of information about the class. So the City Class was built on the Great Western Railway at Swindon Works, of course, where 99% or rather 90% of GWR locos were built at Swindon Works, and they were built from 1903. And I'm just checking how many were built. There were 37 built, and they were all built by March 1910. And but not all of them were built brand new. Some of them were rebuilt from Attenborough class and Badminton classes into City classes, and they were all built by George Jackson. George Jackson Churchwood. He was the chief mechanical engineer, and they were withdrawn between 1927 and 1931. The only survivor is City of Truro, which, as we all know, is the famous locomotive which is claimed to be the first one to run at 100 miles an hour. But of course, unlike Flying Scotsman, that's never been officially proven. It happened in I think it was in 1904 that the supposed record-breaking run happened for City of Truro, but obviously it's never been officially proven, and it's still debated to this day. But nonetheless, let's take a look at this particular model. So let's put the box to one side, and here she is. Now, like other locos I've looked at, the tender and the engine are coupled together. Now there is a plug to remove the wire, but I'm not going to attempt it. But wow, she is just no words. Just look at her. To be honest, where do I start? When a locomotive is really beautiful, we just have no words. I just absolutely love the valve gear, the connecting rods rather. It's the outside frame it's very unusual, very, very unusual that the bogie looks really, really nice. There are no sprung buffers, but that's okay. That's okay. It doesn't detract from the overall quality of the model. And there's her nameplate, Killarney, and Great Western. Now, if we look at the cab, you can see it is beautifully well detailed, and you can see all the separately fitted details. You get the handbrake there and the water scoop. So you've got the water scoop at the bottom, and you've got the control for it at the top, the handle. One criticism is that the coal load looks extremely fake. And it's not removable either. So if you want to put more realistic coal, you're going to have a hard time. But that just looks like it's a lump of rubbish. I'm sorry, but for such a beautiful model, that kind of detracts from the overall quality. But it looks a bit strange. It's just my opinion, but they could have put a bit more effort into it. That clearly looks moulded. But anyway, the tender itself is really nice. You get You have no sprung buffers on the back, but that's okay. You got NEM pockets on both the front and rear of the locomotive. On the back you get a builder's plate, which if I just look, obviously reads Swindon Works, which is where she was built. And there's her number, 3708. You get a typical GWR safety valve, and you get the typical GWR two-tone whistles. But one of the best touches on this engine is up here at the front. If I just open it, yes, the smoke box opens, but what's even better, just look inside. That is just absolutely amazing. I mean, if you looked at it dead on, then you wouldn't. If you looked at it dead on from a slight distance, you wouldn't think that's all moulded. It looks really, really nice. Let's get that closed. There's a number at the front as well, 3708. Let's turn her around. So it's a bit difficult because obviously the tender and the engine are connected. But oh dear, the brake rod is slightly falling off. I will have to adjust that. But nonetheless, she is just beautiful. Wow. I just absolutely love these wheels. Just really, really nice. You get riveting detail where there's meant to be rivets. You get the axle springs on top of the running board, which is really, really nice. And yeah, there's no words really. I mean, it's just a beautiful model. Typical of a Western engine, there's no protection against the weather. That's what's very typical of all Western engines. Even right up to the Castle class and the King class, even they didn't have much weather protection. But it is Western, so yeah. But on the whole, it is just beautiful. But anyway, let's see how she performs. So here we have the beautiful Bachmann GWR City class on the track, and wow, just take a look. Wow, she's just absolutely stunning. But anyway, let's select her number and see her go. And away she goes. Wow, with quite a bit of speed as well. Wow. I mean, obviously her classmate did apparently go at 100 miles an hour. I think it was 102, I think, but yeah. But otherwise, wow. She's running beautifully. And I love the way the connecting rod is just sort of flying about on the outside. Anyway, let's get a few shots of her passing. So yeah, overall, she's just an amazing model. Really, really nice. So just to conclude, I highly recommend her, especially if you're a fan of the GWR. She is a must-have. I mean, even if you can get City of Truro, that's better than nothing. That City of Truro Bachmann model is quite rare, and I do believe you can only get it from the NRM. But nonetheless, all the other city class locomotives are stunning as well. So, you know, if you can get your hands on one, go for it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.